Hello. Hello, hello. I hope you're having a good day. If not, I hope it gets better. Hello, hello. Gonna continue playing some PGR. Gonna keep playing this shit. But this time we're gonna take a pause on the main story. We're gonna focus on doing the extra story stuff and interludes. Especially since the extra stories would provide more context to certain scenes that happened through the main story, such as Alpha versus Rosetta. Because I am familiar with what happened with them. I just never actually went through it. Okay, here we are. In a second. Okay, alright. Here we go. Alright. I already went through my dailies, so now we can have more focus on the task at hand. Let me just pick this up real quick. Oh yeah, I should actually double check on this. How's this going? Seems alright. Alrighty. Anything else? No. Alright. Let's go just straight into it, I guess. Yeah, this got unlocked for me, but we'll have to go through that another time. So, extra stories and interludes. I don't know what to do first. Interludes seem pretty quick and short. Narwhal. Frozen darkness. Give me a second here. Hang on a second. Okay. Should I go through interludes first, maybe? Because they're shorter? I did go through Lucia, Liv's, and Lee's. I didn't go through Nanami's, and Nanami was first introduced in chapter 8? I should probably go through Nanami's. I went through Watanabe's, I went through Bianca. Not that one, though. I didn't go through Kamali's. I went through Isla's. Oh, there's a lot. There's Chrome's. I went through Vera's. There's actually a lot here. There's a lot. I'll just do the ones that where we get caught up with the main. Okay. I guess we'll have to start from the way beginning here. I feel like for Alpha's interlude, I feel like I should do Narwhal first. Or not. Is it called Narwhal? No. Frozen Darkness, sorry. Actually... Nah, I'll just go through the interludes first. Start with... Okay, well... Should I do this one first? I feel like I need like a guide list to do these in order. Hang on. Let me look up a thing. Is there like... Hang on. Let me see. I'm not sure. Yeah, you know what? I'll just go through interludes first. Screw it. Alright, we'll start with Alpha's interlude now. Undying. Her black, long hair, along with a few tags on her clenched fist, are the only things swaying in the warm wind. The original Lucia. The adjacent area has been cleared. Are you sure that you don't need a filter? It's nothing more than a placebo. It is not your duty to take care of me. Just tell me what you got. Of course. Our mission target, Lucia the Construct. She's been found alive. In the ruins. Nicola was silent for a moment, as if he was hiding his relief from the others. You, and you. Come with me. Nicola and his fellow team members went over the ruins built on corrupted corpses and broken walls laboriously. At the top of the ruins, Lucia was standing still silently. She had run out of energy. Her long black hair, along with a few tags on her clenched fist, are the only things swaying in the warm wind. That's the end. The two bodies lying in front of Lucia used to be her teammates, who were both defeated by her. How's the infection? Very close to critical value, but not yet exceeded it. Nicola bypassed Lucia, who was holding a blade, and crouched to check the two constructs. The invert devices of the two constructs were destroyed by guns. In fact, they were fully corrupted by the virus before being defeated by Lucia. This is... He also found the lower part of an artificial limb holding a pistol, with a very neat transection. I see. It is a part of... How's the searching on the low Earth orbit going? We found the drop pod for emergency liftoff, floating aimlessly. Recycling has been commenced. Thank you. Things that happened here and are going to happen are the top secret of humanity. Understand? Roger. Now tell the purifying force not to purify this whole area. Interesting. I think it's all just dialogue and story and no... Well, I don't know. We'll see. That's why I need her, to stay loyal to humanity. A few minutes later, a massive fireball with a long and fiery tail falls near Nicola from the sky. It slows. The large grid-like main cabin with the Star of Life medical logo on its side could be seen from the ground. Excuse me. The rubble crumbles from the thrust produced by the engine. Eventually, it landed on the center of an open space steadily, deploying an airdrop of all-terrain field hospital for one construct only. It's necessary as it's an emergency and a special case. The Science Council and Star of Life are in the same boat with you now. No need to worry about the law issues. I'll explain to the council. Is there something to do with your relationship with President Hassan? No, I'm just good at dealing with troublesome works like this. Anyway, we should play our own parts. When it comes to the future of humans, we shouldn't have any hesitation. Now get prepared for the remote surgery. Frankly speaking, we're only able to simulate the human consciousness even with the technology of mind. You should know that direct operation towards consciousness is way more complicated than general surgery, right? Of course. Otherwise, I wouldn't let you. The only person who has acquired this skill in the whole Babylonia led this operation. Or lead this operation. The analysis of consciousness has been completed. We will make a proposal regarding the process of memory. That's our new pride of Babylonia. I'm just trying to end the whole thing as soon as possible. Then I should tell you the truth. The past experience has caused ineffable. There we go. Christ. Ineffable impacts on her. Is that right? Is that right? I don't even know. Then I have to tell you that part of her consciousness is in a state of high entropy, which is kind of chaotic and very persistent. That's why I need her, to stay loyal to humanity. And sure, you want to erase her memory, only if necessary. then I have to tell you that part of our consciousness is in a state of high entropy, which is kind of chaotic and very persistent. Huh? Wait a minute, what? Well, that's interesting. I'm guessing, okay. I'm guessing Asimov was supposed to say that line, and Nicola was not supposed to say that. Oh, that's awkward. Even if I can deal with it, our connection is insufficient to meet the requirement of such a high precision transfer. If we insist to instruct her in memory, I cannot undertake the consequences. Then what's your plan? I think we better save that part of memory in the form of subconsciousness. If we can prevent it from being awakened, we'll be able to keep the integrity of her personality so that it won't be affected by that part of her memory. However, we cannot promise whether deviation will occur with time or not, even if we adopt the more conservative plan. I just need her will to be strong enough to last until the end of the war. As for the deviation, in this case, I'll carry out a branch operation on her consciousness and make a copy of it. I think I fell asleep last time. Hey, Gaming Watch. Yeah, that's no problem, man. No problem. Hope you've been doing well. Wait, as I remember, as your principle is to retain the uniqueness of consciousness, right? Yes, and is the only way to guarantee. You become astonishingly obsessive when it comes to protecting the consciousness of the construct. I thought it was quite common for you to deal with cases like that when doing scientific researches. I'm quite surprised that you're such a compassionate person, seeing that you usually treat the constructs as your objects of study. Don't overthink it. As a scientific researcher, I need a copy of her main personality as a control. That's all. It's up to you. In fact, we only need to ensure there's only one active consciousness at the same time. Alright, I would rather listen to the advice from a professional. Is that okay? Time to fight. Falling. Alright, now is the time to welcome another lady home. Nicholas stood in front of Lucia's surgery pod in the dim cabin of the transport craft, knocking the glass slightly with his finger and watching Lucia lying inside through the glass. The pilot of the transport craft walked inside the cabin and saluted Nicola at his back. Sir, report. Lucia and the surgery pod have been loaded. We can take off at any time. Are you... I'm good. You can take off once you finish your preparation. Then Nicola took a peek at the monitor at the upper side of the cabin. Hurry up. Roger. The pilot turned and ran towards the cockpit, and the hatch door slid down slowly after Nicola walked out of the cabin. After the hatch door was completely closed, the transport craft rose slowly, while its landing gear retracted inside the craft and blue flame was spraying from the bottom of the craft. It kept rising higher and eventually disappeared from Nicola's sight. A soldier wearing chemical protective clothing was rushing at Nicola. Report, sir. A new corrupted has been detected in Area 049 at 3 o'clock. Please return to the front line. Okay, I'll be there. The two pilots are taping the pale blue screen inside the transport craft. One of them casually lies in his seat after the system vocalizes, entering autopilot mode. Whew. I have been operating in Area 049 lately. It's good to get a message from returning to Babylonia. I'm with you. Gotta have some drinks at FTL bar when I arrive. Warning. Energy shock from the ground is approaching. Warning. Energy shock from the ground is approaching. The sudden warnings pulled the two pilots back to reality. The pilot in the driver's seat immediately got up and tapped on the electronic screen. Soon the outside of the transport craft was displayed on the home screen in front of them. Hey, what is this? What is this flying in? Displayed on the main screen is a red light beam with a radius of about 3 meters. The beam is surrounded by a faint red current, indicating the high concentration of punishing virus in it. How's it been? It's been doing good. Thank you for asking, Game & Watch. How about you? How's it going for you? How's it been for you? The pilot tried to change the course, but as he reached the steering stick, their craft was pierced by a red beam of light. Boom. Boom. A huge explosion sound was heard, and the red emergency lights keep flashing in the cockpit. By looking through the window, a transport craft could be seen falling to the ground, left the other pilots stunned. How's that possible? We're in the ionosphere already. Since when can the Corrupted attack in such range? Good enough? That's good to hear. To slow down the fall, the pilot near the control console desperately pushed the steering lever with his right hand while shouting loudly at the communicator in his left hand. Transport craft 1068 needs support. We're falling. Repeat, we need. Roland and Gabriel stand in the ruins on the surface. Gas kept coming out of Gabriel's frame and through the parts that were not covered by his coat. A red electric current could be seen flowing through his body. The whole ruins were flattened, and the ground beneath him cracked. Right on the bullseye. This cannon you modified works well. Alright, now is the time to welcome another lady home. Roland jumps from the rubble and walks in the direction of the crashed aircraft. And that's how Alpha is going to get recruited. Ooh. You have to play as Roland. Power. Power. Is that a construct? Thank goodness. After we were shot down, the Corrupted rushed us. We can't hold out much longer. You're here to help us, right? Uh-oh. Devour. Target. Construct. After these scum found Lucia, they were like hounds on a blood trail. And now they're even in my way. Do you not know that this belongs to Miss Luna? Stand back. Oh, we're playing like, okay. Oh, he is actually helping them. Oh, jeez. He has some cool weapons. He's got like a shotgun in one hand and a chain blade whip in the other. Not what I expected. Yeah, I thought it was gonna be like his actual playable like character, but this was like in the earlier days of the game, and he wasn't out as a playable character then. So sorry, we're on a top priority escort mission. Only team members can approach the client. Dirty calls, friend. Move aside. We don't want any trouble. What are you doing? Aren't you here to help us? Wait, this one's full of punishing virus. We've got contact. They discovered you. Oh my god. Why is she just there? Not even moving. This is Alpha's backstory. She was originally like, I think she was like injured or infected. So they were transporting her. And then the Ascendants came by and were like, you know what? We got ourselves a new recruit. Reunion. It's impossible. That goddamn corrupted and punishing virus. It was eerily quiet. A moment later. Miss Luna, I'm going to open it. Please take a step back. Be quick. Step. La. Seems to be unconscious still. Finished the main last time, I'm guessing? Yeah, it was all one chapter, plus like 2 hidden stories. There was yesterday it was a hidden story first, and then chapter 12, while another hidden story in the middle of that. We kept on switching back and forth to it. And I didn't expect it to go on for like 4 hours. So I decided to pause on the main story for now and go through the extra stories and interludes to get a bit more information and a bit more information on other characters and a bit more context on certain like events. Right now, this is Alpha's interlude. And as we learned from the main story, Alpha is the original Lucia. So, how can we wake her up then? Looking at the unconscious Lucia, Luna walked to the surgery pod and slowly raised her right hand to Lucia's face. The red electric currents started running up and down her fingertips. Lucia. As Luna touches Lucia ever so lightly, the scarlet punishing virus spreads from Luna to the entire operating pod. Ever notice that Gabriel's face is like a skull? Yeah, if you look closely at his face, it is kind of like in the shape or in the look of a skull. It's pretty cool. It's actually a really cool look to him. The virus invaded Lucia from different angles, and after such strong stimulation, Lucia opened her eyes. Ugh. Awake, Lucia looks around at the scarlet electric currents and becomes alerted. Corrupted. Be careful, Miss Luna. Lucia broke free of Luna's power, and Gabriel came between them just in time. Lucia took advantage of this situation and sprang out of the gap between the three, then rolled on the ground to pick up the weapon next to the pilot's body. You haven't fully regained your consciousness. Are you able to go into combat mode as you are? Gabriel moves his arm away from Luna and walks toward the now violent Lucia. Lucia steadies herself with her weapon and slashes at Gabriel with no hesitation. Arg. In the face of Lucia's powerful slashes, Gabriel calmly raised his right arm, and the blade made a crisp sound of metal clashing as it reached Gabriel's right arm. What shocked Lucia is that no matter how hard she tried, she could not move her blade an inch forward. It's hard. Put down your weapon. As he spoke, Gabriel clenched his left hand and threw a punch at Lucia. Lucia quickly pulled her blade back and parried the attack, but the punch still sent Lucia flying. Ugh. Stop, Gabriel. Gabriel then stopped to attack and hid his steel arm back under his cloak. Lucia. Lucia. Sis. Lu. No. Smile flashed across Lucia's face, but... No, that was... You are corrupted. The transformation of Luna failed, so she was abandoned by humans. I am that Luna. It's impossible. The goddamned corrupted and punishing virus. Lucia kept holding her blade and moved slowly to the left. She moved a few steps, rolled over a broken wall, then ran toward the preset spot. The three watched Lucia from a distance in silence. Miss Luna, she's running out of the capturing area. I know. Luna fell silent as she watched Lucia leave, then turned at Roland to give him a new order. Roland, help me to bring Lucia back. Roger. Ooh. Lucia barely held onto her blade as she stumbled across the city. Lucia moves quickly through the city's shadow. Human armies can be seen marching through the streets as she approaches the designated area. Lucia turns to face the other way after confirming direction. When she sees no trace of the corrupted, she feels relieved and slows down. Oh, all of a sudden her hair is now white. They haven't caught up yet, so as soon as I can get back to the team. All of a sudden, memories of the past flooded into Lucia's consciousness. Humans. No, I can't go there. Lucia's legs started trembling, and suppressing her headache, she turned her back to the base and marched on. A few days later. You are pretty tough. But I'm almost tired of this. Lucia barely held on to her blade as she stumbled across the city. The extensive and intense fight has put Lucia's frame in critical condition, and it does not help that she is fighting without a mind beacon and mind. When her frame stops working, Lucia falls hard on the ground. The fall sends her weapon flying. Lucia slowly crawls to her weapon, then holds it in her right hand, and tries to get back on her feet by leaning on it. I can't stop yet. I must get up. But Lucia could only kneel on the ground, and finally lost all of her power. She then fell to the ground again, and went into a coma. After some time, Lucia slowly opened her eyes. She found that she's not in the ruins of City 049, but the church she knew so well in her memory. As Lucia raised her hands, she found they were not cold and mechanical with a bionic coating, but were warm flesh. And she was able to say anything she wanted to say. Suddenly, Lucia felt something. She looked behind and saw a little girl holding an ugly frog doll talking to her. Her body automatically started a conversation with that girl. Lucia, I'll protect you. The girl goes farther and farther away from Lucia. Lucia wants to ask the girl what she said, but she cannot make any sound. The church then disappears and Lucia plunges into the endless darkness again. It was all a dream. There was nothing but loneliness and emptiness in the dark. Suddenly, a cold touch was felt and the darkness faded. Lucia opened her eyes again. Having regained some of her strength during the coma, Lucia could finally pick up the weapon. Is that the sound of battle? I wonder what's going on. If I can just get through these corrupted, I'll be able to get away. Stealth. It's the sound of battle. Finally. Am I free? But where should I go next? Luna. Luna. Hidden stage, the first site unlocked. Oh, interesting. Hidden stage, hey? What's this? I want to meet her. What is this? Above the city's central purification filter 015, Alpha slowly opens her eyes. Luna. What's the matter? Lucia? I want to meet her. Cool. Have fun. Okay. Oh, when they first fight each other. She's completely ignoring my attacks. She seems to be drawn to Lucia, but Lucia, you. I'm fine. Keep Commandant safe. Oh, shit. That's old combo. Holy shit. I can't even dodge. I got stuck. Completely stun locked. Is that all you have, Lucia? Enough of this nonsense. Yowai. Yowai. Nice. Oh, that was it. Lucia almost collapsed into Luna's arms. Tears ran down her cheeks. After several days, the sky had begun to rain heavily. Behind the ruins Lucia is hiding in, the sound of Roland's footsteps reverberated. This time, Roland was not as relaxed as before. All the fighting, escaping, and hiding has worn out Lucia's frame, its colors having worn away. And the days of fighting also left marks on Roland, as he looked a little weary under the rain. I'm tired of this. He's made it here. Lucia, I know you're here. Stop hiding. Lucia bore the pain and held the weapon in her mouth. She then used her left hand to pull a strip of cloth from her uniform and tied the weapon to her right hand. Oh. As the uniform was torn apart, a string of Construct's nameplates fell from Lucia's arms. Lucia closed her eyes slowly. She then lifted her head and picked up the nameplates before hanging them around her neck. After finishing all this, Lucia leaned against the wall, stood up slowly, then waited quietly for the opportunity to come. In the distant ruins of buildings, Gabriel held a dark umbrella to keep Luna off the rain. Luna gazed thoughtfully at the street where Roland and Lucia were. It's been a week, and we still haven't managed to control Lucia. It would be much easier if we didn't rush to use the Ascendant's ability on her. But during this period of time, Lucia and I have seen each other many times. If she's just confused. Or perhaps she was never confused. Instead, her hatred for the punishing virus has overtaken that of... Luna suddenly looked up as something came to her mind and went the opposite direction from Roland and Lucia. Gabriel tried to keep up but was stopped by her. I have to leave for a while to find something. Gabriel, you stay here and make sure Roland won't get out of control and destroy his and sister's frame. Roger. After some searching, Roland pinpoints Lucia's location. He now moves cautiously toward her. Hey, how's that dirty corner treating you? When Roland came to a dead end, Lucia jumped out from behind and slashed at Roland's neck. But it only hit Roland's chain blade, as Roland was clearly on guard and foresaw Lucia's attack. So close. It's a pity that you didn't take your chance. It's my turn, then. Roland flips his chain blade and discharges Lucia's weapon to the ground. Then he dashes against Lucia with all his power and sends her flying onto the street. Roland bends over and gasps for breath. He then raises his gun and limps toward Lucia, lying in the street. Finally. You can't hide anymore. After being knocked down, Lucia still tries to stand up by leaning on her weapon, but Roland's gun is already pointing at her head. Don't move, otherwise you'll lose more than your leg. Lucia swings her weapon with all her might. This sudden attack makes Roland stagger backward to stabilize himself. Before Roland could press forward again, Lucia had raised her weapon to her own heart. What? Roland had never imagined Lucia to do this. Lucia! At the moment the blade touched her frame, Lucia was interrupted by a sudden sound from a distance. As Lucia looked back, she saw Luna approaching slowly from the other side of the street. Rain pours down on Luna, but her determination and pride will never be washed away. Her determination, however, is accompanied by a crushing agony on her face. It's much easier to die than to live in hell. But we promised to keep on living together. The little sister who followed you around and couldn't live without you is alive and standing right in front of you. And now you're going to leave me? Luna took out an old doll hidden behind her back. It's a frog doll. But this is not the original one. I only found this in the ruins nearby. Because I left the original one to you, my sister. Is that doll still here? Lucia holds her position, with tears running down her face. Luna's words remind her of the church from her childhood days, the little girl and her powerless self. Two figures approach from the other end of the street. As they come closer, the blurred image of the girl becomes more and more clear in Lucia's eyes. Lucia, when can I go out with you? You can't go out yet. It's too dangerous outside. But you were always the one to protect me, and I want to protect you this time. Or help, at least. I promised Mother and Father that I would never let anyone hurt you, so I'll handle the riskier parts. When I grow up, I'm leaving home and keeping you safe. The young Lucia reached out her left hand to Luna, but she could touch nothing. The illusion of those two little girls then walked past Lucia and Luna in the present and disappeared in the blink of an eye. Luna. Luna comes to Lucia. She holds Lucia's face in one hand, and with the other, gently brushes off the hilt of Lucia's blade in her hand. Lucia, sis. Luna. Lucia almost collapsed into Luna's arms. Tears ran down her cheeks. Ah. Lucia's cry was heart-wrenching. Fume, battlefield, human, the virus, survival, salvation, trust, betrayal, despair, hope. At that moment, Lucia could finally let go of all the heavy burdens. As a normal teenage girl, and have a good cry. Gabriel and Roland stood aside in silence. The rain is still coming down furiously, muffling all sounds. I can protect you now, Lucia. So, starting from today, let's be yourself. Oh. And that's a little backstory for Alpha and how she joined up with the Ascendants. Cool. Here's the Lucia Plume one from the main story chapter. This was how I met that person. Okay. Lucia Plume. Consciousness upload at 60%. Nicholas stands stoically by a technician in a white lab coat as he frantically rattles off reading after reading. Sir, are you sure about this? This is in violation of... We're simply reclaiming what is lost. In our current predicament, we cannot allow news of the incident to propagate. But if we set this precedent, every construct that follows, then we'll make sure this is the last. Continue the upload. 80%. At Nicola's insistence, the technician returns to reporting readings. As she interfaces with the terminal in front of her, her eyes linger on the figure behind the pane of transparent glass. In her hibernation, the young girl in black and red is curled up like a newborn baby. Countless wires trail from every point along her spine. More machine than human, she is unaware of the soul she is about to receive, or the person to which it used to belong to. Used to belong. There's no extra 2 at the end of that. Sorry. The whispered apology escapes even the notice of... Oh, it was a whispered apology. Sorry. The whispered apology escapes even the notice of Nicola. Afterwards, the technician grits her teeth and throws herself back into the procedure. The procedure is also worth documenting. Sisters, both capable of becoming ascendant. She may hold the key to the punishing virus. 90%, sir. Your authentication is required. I authenticate. Level A. To proceed with activation of the new construct. Codename, Lotus. 100%. We have activation. Klaxons blare as the construct activates. Tremors run through the girl's body as her veins are filled with vital fluids. Oh, this was the creation of the original... Oh, not the original. This was the creation of the replica Lucia that we know. Okay. That's on our side. Mankind needs you back in the fight, Lucia. By the time I became aware, I was already in the hall. All around me are military-grade constructs like myself, living weapons built for the singular purpose of reclaiming Earth. Parts of my memory data were blurry, likely already fragmented. The only data I recalled with any clarity was the combat training I've endured since becoming a military-use construct. Afterwards, Gestalt ran its evaluation of me, moving me from place to place, station to station, until I was finally assigned to a squad and sent into battle. My name is Lucia, member of Grey Raven. Grey Raven. I never understood the name. Maybe I do have memories of how it came to be, but it's nothing I want to remember. Hey, did you find a suitable team? Uniformed groups pass me by. I know them to be commandants, here to conduct the pairing tests. Us constructs are also here to decide our futures. A few of the teams look decent, but their organization falls a bit short of my expectations. A bit short? We take what we can get, man. HQ's MO is balanced capabilities across the teams. We exist to fill in the missing piece in the center. I get that. I just want a little more assurance. We are stepping into a battlefield after all. Erring on the side of caution, are you? I guess scouting for a few more rounds won't urge. People keep passing us by. Occasionally, though, people also leave. We've been paying attention to your service record. It is our honor to serve as your team. Nah, the honor is mine. I just picked the best team for my tactics. The system does show that Suzaku has one more female construct. Is she absent? Tifa is a little shy. My apologies, Commandant. I will have her apologize to you directly. I have a better idea. A better idea? Popping by your HQ, of course. Tifa should be there, right? That might not be the best idea. It's now team regulations to spook misbehaving kids a little. Suzaku, fall out. Wait. No, understood. Fall out, Suzaku. That's the loon from B section, isn't it? Guy never got the notice to not run in the halls. No recruitment process is the same. Somehow the squads do not show unease nor nervousness for the battles to come. Instead, they show complex, multifaceted joy on their faces. Disquieted, hollow, I was at odds with the room. I held no purpose, no expectations. I was a shell. Beneath everyone's notice, I retreated against the wall. The white lights beat down on me like the noonday sun, and I felt I couldn't breathe. What's up with that one? Huh, our Top Gun's really here. And here I thought they were putting together a prima donna squad for him. All eyes were suddenly on the intruder, as if the very wind had changed directions and blown to the entranceway. Top Gun. My receptors picked up the term tossed around in hushed conversation. Why someone like that, first among the commandants, find a team to match here? But I did not look, because I knew it had nothing to do with me. I just had to do exactly what I did the day before. Stand there, in my spot, and wait for the hour to strike the same mark as it had before. No one picked her. Why am I even here? I bit my lip to stop the words, one hand on the wrist of the other, trying to keep myself from shaking. Shaking. Such a human facsimile for a mechanical body. The people upstairs said that it was proof our minds were still human. For me, it inspired no humanity, only terror. If I could, I would. Grey Raven. Huh? I looked up at the mention of the name. In front of me stood a commandant, uniformed just like all the others, but somehow different. Yes. After skimming through Grey Raven's data logs, that person gazed at me. Are you alone? Aye. For a moment I was lost for words, the tortured syllables trapped in my approximation of a throat. I realized that it was a system error for not having spoken to anyone in too long. But the person did not press me for an answer, but instead stood quietly in front of me, waiting. It's just me. Fear and anticipation mixed with unrecognized emotion, translating into syllables that fell like bricks from my mouth. In their wake, there came a few seconds of silence. What a coincidence. I'm by my lonesome too. What's your name? Lucia. Grasping the outstretched hand, I felt my system logs create a new file under Commandant. Usubeni, the name I will learn to treasure above all others. Aww. She's so precious. I learned many things from Commandant. After a while, Commandant and I have gotten used to regular drills in Babylonia's simulated training environments. Though I longed for the battlefield, I couldn't step foot on it, as long as Grey Raven remained short-handed. Hey, if it isn't Top Gun over there, just hanging out, Betty? What more do you expect from HQ's #1 sweetheart? I bet that construct's just here for show. Our top of the class is just waiting on that promotion to Command Central. Gotta say, I do envy these internal promotions. Who else would have the privilege of getting an undermanned team and cheating their way out of deployment? As a subordinate, I kept my cool and held my tongue, just as Commandant did. But I could not shake the fact that this happened because Commandant chose me. Every time I heard of these rumors, I would ask Commandant why I was chosen instead of the countless teams, ready and willing to fight. Commandant became top of the class, fair and square. People will know that Commandant's abilities are above reproach, if only we can be deployed. Because of this, I toyed with the idea of requesting a repairing. But every time I brought it up, Commandant would respond the same way, dispelling the notion. We're fine the way we are. As Commandant said it over and over, I felt the germination of something I'd once called emotions long ago. Feeling in person the selflessness of Commandant's actions, I silenced my own rebukes. To be sure, my interactions with Commandant reawakened the emotions within me. For constructs, emotions were part of the package. Being human once, we understood the meaning of the word, the value of it. But it was because of Commandant that I relearned these emotions. To borrow a word frequently used among constructs, I rebooted. The occasional gift, proffered without cause, taught me joy, something I had once neglected as tangential to the mission at hand. Sometimes I just encounter words that I have just not read or seen before in my life. Gradually, I learned that the gifts were not of reward or compensation, but simply given. I felt my heart leap each time I received something from Commandant that, by all accounts, I did not own or deserve. Joy. That was what I felt. Receiving a gift always makes me feel like I owed Commandant something, to which the same answer always came. Just smile. It was a difficult command to carry out. And then I learned of sadness as the accusations grew. I kept my cool as always, stopping myself from jumping to Commandant's defense. But wherever I turned, those whispers would still reach me and trigger undiagnosed processes in my mind. That was sadness. Not for myself, but for others. For Commandant. Because I could not bear the slander against Commandant's name. So I kept my blade sharp, not for the prospect of showing my skill, but for the need to prove that of my Commandant's. And then I learned the way Commandant thought, observed how tactics and strategy formed in Commandant's movements. Though our interactions will always be between human and machine, I still held to the hope that I can grow closer to Commandant and become the best. And thus I learned anger. You won't chicken out, will you, Lucia? What? What is this? On one of Commandant's rest days, I was summoned to a training room by an unpaired team of constructs. When I arrived, I saw that they had both their weapons and mine, along with a wager, with Commandant as the stakes. So if I lose, I hand over my Commandant to you? After all, we are fully staffed and ready to deploy, whereas with you, I'm afraid you'll never. What? Without hesitation, I went on the offensive against the constructs. In my mind, battle was joined the moment weapons were drawn. Coward! Jumping the gun just to win? The rest only got into formation after one of them already went down, readying their weapons. 3 against 1? You're the real cowards. These are basic tactics. Our team against yours. Attack! Yep. I had no interest in contests of skill. Victories in training rooms mean little to nothing. But now when Commandant was at stake. In that moment, I realized with absolute clarity that I resented the idea of Commandant leaving me, and loathed the prospect of anyone placing stakes on our separation. Because of that, I picked up the fallen construct's blade and charged for break in their formation. Throw everything you've got at me. Commandant is mine. Oh, she's committed. I'll give her that. Liv, Lee, myself, and Commandant. We are Grey Raven. Despite some organizational hiccups, Construct Lucia passed all the required assessments. Do you mean to send her into combat, sir? Yeah. That carries certain risks, sir. I'm sure with more observation, we will never get real data if we don't deploy her. The purifying force exists for that exact eventuality. Understanding that Nicola had his mind set, the technician shakes her head and pulls up a selection of military construct files on the terminal. Understood. We're allocating new members to Grey Raven. Do you have any special considerations, sir? A support type is a must, and also an armored one. No, Kurono leadership can decide on the second member. Kurono? Why is that? Just to be fair. They may have their own considerations on who to pair up with Lucia. Understood. I will send the files to your office once the team members are confirmed. Work fast. Let me get a drink here. One day in the halls of Babylonia. It was an important day. I felt my body tense and seize multiple times, as if I were an old machine with outdated servos. It was all because of a message from Commandant several days prior. After careful consideration from the Command Central, we have decided to replenish Grey Raven's ranks and start preparations for combat operations. Many more bureaucratic entries followed, but my attention was solely focused on that short, curt notice. 2 reinforcing teammates were coming over, both with ground-side combat experience. That is to say, we were combat ready. I felt joy at the turn of events, but also worry about what Grey Raven would turn into. At least, I hoped history wouldn't repeat itself. Just daydreaming here did me no good. At Commandant's reminder, I opened the office door. Hi. Oh, 2 unfamiliar faces in the office turned towards me. Male, blue. Female, pink. I was at a loss for words, but such was the first impressions I had of my new teammates. The male construct noticed me, but made no visible response, coolly appraising his surroundings. The female construct, however, kept fidgeting, shifting her position and posture. Whenever our eyes locked, hers would inevitably lower as her face reddened. 2 individuals, clearly different from me, but bursting with personality. Commandant did not speak, and neither did they. I knew the burden of breaking the silence fell on my shoulders. If I didn't, Grey Raven would never spread its wings, and our story would never start. So I... Hello, my name is Lucia, frame designation BPL-01, Lotus, also the member of Grey Raven. I look forward to working with you. I felt my mind destabilize as I spoke the words, even though no harm had come to me. I recognized the emotion as embarrassment, but I resolved to finish the sentence nonetheless. After the stiff greeting, I felt my respiration resume without realizing it had halted in the first place. As Commandant started clapping slowly in the doorway, I was reaffirmed that I had done the right thing. Swept along by the emotions swirling in the office, the 2 constructs spoke up. The male took the lead. My name is Lee, frame designation BPN-06, Balefire. My original team is not important. I've been assigned to Grey Raven. Dual guns are my weapons of choice. I am equally adept at strategic planning and close combat. Lee, Palefire. The file identified him as an attacker. Same as me. My turn. My name is Liv. Support construct. I came from Egret. My preferred weapons are levitated weapons platforms. I look forward to working together. What about your version? Oh, I'm sorry. Designation BPN-08, Eclipse. Though a bit shy, Liv nonetheless finished her introduction. Egret. I see. A team well known for their meticulous strategy. Lee visibly fell into a short computational cycle as if seizing on freshly gathered intelligence. It only served to exacerbate Liv's restlessness. Lucia, Lee, and Liv. Those were our names. Lotus, Palefire, and Eclipse. The code names given to our frames. Katanas, dual guns, and levitating cannons. The weapons we wielded. This was the new Grey Raven. How nice. How they came together. Sometimes I had flashback of memories of Lucia. I noticed my memory fragmentations long ago. I have no recollection of the days of the old Grey Raven. In my memories, we were together one day, and in the next, I was suddenly and inexplicably alone. I could not find info about my previous commandant, nor could I access the files on my former comrades. It was as if to say it was only me all along. Shards of my lost memories contest this statement. I vaguely remember the members of the old Grey Raven and the old Commandant's tactical preferences. Tandem attacks were a Grey Raven specialty. Hey, I'm over here. Where are you going? Erg. That was our corrupted rabbit, Hiro. Equipped for short-duration flight, Hiro would use his speed to bait the enemy into traps and ambushes. The rest have been drawn off. We've just this riot left, right? Affirmative. Take down the riot model before Hiro comes back, then sweep and clear all corrupted elements. 5x5. Let's go, Mural. Go right, I'll go left. The one on the left was Mural. Shun on the right. They were hybrid-type constructs, able to adapt to changes on the battlefield and switch between attacker and support roles. Ooh, cool. By the time that Riot noticed the subtle change in its quarry, it was already too late. The fight was already over when it was separated. An EM cable was shot from Murrow's side and whipped around the lumbering Riot, while Shun, giving himself a boost with the recoil from his cannon, grabbed hold of the cable, closing the EM lock. The duo formed a makeshift tripwire within seconds, and as expected, the lumbering corrupted form was unable to move out of the way and crashed into the cable. Electric currents ran through the Riot's frame in an instant. Even without pain receptors, its internal modules were shut down from the massive short. Lucia, strike the final blow. A long-range message from Commandant. Commandant's body was flesh and blood after all. In a combat scenario of this scale, standard procedure was to find a suitable vantage point to coordinate from afar. Understood. It was a procedure to which we were all well accustomed. Hold up! How is this thing still moving? Must be the punishing virus. Records indicate that the virus has rewritten and repaired its hosts before. Which also means that our attacks are working. My grip on my blade tightened. I sent instructions to Mural and Shun, telling them to keep the EM noose wound tight. I'll send you to your end. So these are the memories of original Lucia here. Cool. Lucia, can you hear me? Copy. What's the situation over there? Don't worry about me. I noticed you were trying to take Riot one-on-one. Just remember to watch out for his laser. Laser? You'll know when you see it. Anyway, take care. I'm going to keep running. Okay. Now, you mentioned the laser, but not the freaking shotgun blast? Okay. I keep forgetting how fast the laser comes out. Oh, what the heck? Ah! Dude, I have no dodge gauge. Oh my god. Really? Again? Oh my god. Oh my gosh. I just never have enough gauge. Dude, I just don't have enough dodge gauge. I can't dodge all of this. Never thought this could be the laser he mentioned. Nonetheless, the victory is ours. Commandant? We should ask heroes to bring back the corrupted. Commandant? I always forget that enemies' lasers come out so quick. All that was left of the riot form was wrapped metal and broken circuitry. Some of the systems were still functioning, enough to shed ominous light from the dents and gashes in its carapace, but nothing else. It's abnormal for Commandant to not respond. Murrell, Shun, we're pulling out. My orders transmitted. I sheathed my blade and dashed for the rear, stopping only when I noticed the absence of following footfalls. Murrell, Shun? In the aftermath of the battle, only Riot was left. The EM noose was still wound tightly around the non-functional Hulk, but the constructs who bound it in the first place were nowhere to be found. Now is not the time for games. Report! Something frustrating in me ticked. A growl of frustration echoed in the empty field. Murrell, Shun! I searched everywhere, even tearing down the equipment they've set up to look for data echoes, but there was nothing. Not even a whisper. Right? Hero is here too. His channel is empty? Not even a reminder of a failed connection. The channel was empty, the address vacant. My unasked questions fell on absent ears. What is happening? Still with us, Lucia? I was asking for your opinion on your new teammates, Lee and Liv. There are other unallocated constructs, but merit of your performance will allow you to cycle through them until you find the right candidates. The battlefield, the riot was gone. Only Commander Nicholas stands in front of me, an open file in his hand, his gaze expectant as I ponder the future of Grey Raven. No, they will form the backbone of Grey Raven. They are who we're looking for. So be it. Consider them part of Grey Raven from this day forward. It was only after the commander left that I released an unintentionally held breath. I backed up against the wall, mind reeling at the pain of rampant destabilization. Every time I recall this specific memory, the data is always so scrambled to the point that my retrieval process glitches, skipping ahead to the days leading up to my first meeting with Commandant. Though it may not be much to go on, I do have my theories. Theories on Luna, my past teammates, Commandant, the Lucia they knew. Could not be the me right now. Oh, she knew this entire time. I felt sorry for everything, that's why I must keep moving on. Mind to frame pairing in progress. Construct systems connected. Surrounded by the sounds of pitched battle and the thunderous note of something shattered, I dodged and weaved around the corrupted barring my way, my thoughts wholly focused on the mind pairing. This frame has yet to receive its final calibrations. Even if you reread the data afterwards, you would only experience it as the actions of another, not your own. That is to say, after this battle, I will no longer be myself. That is why I have to recall all that I can before that happens. Okay, so this right now is Plume. Is this? Yeah, this right now is Plume, so fast forward to the previous chapter that I went through. The time I spent with Grey Raven with Commandant has been nothing short of eventful. First, there was Nozzle, the malfunctioning spray painting mech that preached autonomy among machines. By my reckoning, such a notion was not inconsiderable, as long as humans didn't come to harm. Then it was Tifa from Suzaku, lost to the virus. Like Liv, I felt sorry for her, and if there's a way to save her, I would have gone for it. But her grief from losing her Commandant, a grief that I now understand, had pushed her too far. The final blow was all I could give her. Then there was the Estate Guardians, turned to violence by the Ascendant. No matter their type, those machines all had memories of their own. It was for the sake of those memories that they lay there, upholding their mission, waiting for the past to return. I have no mercy for the Ascendant who would corrupt these benevolent creations. Item, tactical signal, red. After that, we passed through the desert and met the Forsaken, led by Watanabe. He seems to have slipped through the cracks of my fragmented memories. I cannot be sure what our relationship was with him. I may not agree with his methods, but his motives weren't unreasonable. We never made peace merely because Commandant's from Babylonia and Watanabe's from the Forsaken. Yes, merely that. In the underground city, we met the nun who had once taken care of me and Luna. Twisted as she was by the punishing virus, I still recognized her. I knew that my memories of her were not my own, but I wanted to bear them nonetheless, and thank her for her care. It was because of her, and because of these memories, that I came to be. Item, tactical signal, yellow. Then came another discovery, Kamui's hidden personality, Kamu. Over the comms, he said that he would fix everything, make everything right, but Commandant taught me the truth behind those words long ago. No man is an island, and no one can put the world on their shoulders. It was for that reason that Grey Raven stood with Kamui together. Sometime later in the Arctic, I met the other me, the original me, once again, but this time it was different. My feelings toward her became complicated. There was fear, of course, but it was intermixed with a desire to understand what she had become, to comprehend what lay between her and me. Item, tactical signal, blue. After recovering Rosetta's frame from the Arctic, we were sent to the space station. We never stopped evolving, and neither did the punishing virus. Heteromers forced us groundside, where we met the organization known as the Akdalik. There we witnessed ways of life only the Akdalik could live, and choices only they can make. The same went for the Niter of Kowloon. Thrust upon the world, everyone struggles to survive, to achieve their ends. They were only making their own choices. And so, for the first time, I made a decision of my own. Frame pairing error. Please retry. There's no time to retry. Deep dive into my mind and keep the frame on autopilot. I'll cut through my clouded thoughts myself. Deep dive commencing. Into the mind. Something just ran past. Is this inevitable? I knew I had to face you all to complete the synchronization of my mind. Kamui, Chrome, Watanabe. Sorry, but I have to pass. Jesus. Purifying Force, Bianca, Karenina, and a few others in my memory. Whether we used to be enemies doesn't matter. Right now you are my comrades. By the way, there's something I wanted to tell you a long time ago. Karenina, you're a lot better than me. Ayla, Sophia, Nanami, you are very interesting. I saw a lot in you and learned a lot too. Now is the time to turn what I learned into my strength. Okay. Lee, you're always thinking. Sometimes you think too much and miss the chance. Liv, you worry a lot and make yourself very tired. Two of you are just like me. We don't know how to express ourselves. What we had in common brought us together. That's why we are Grey Raven. Too bad I had to defeat you. I need to fly higher now. Ooh, instant. Oh, Alpha. Right, these are your memories too. And that's exactly why. I want you to disappear from my mind. Nice. System booting up. Pairing successful. Frame status stable. Verifying memory data. All the things they've been through. Oh. Memory data verification complete. Preparing to initialize. Begin loading. These reward plenty of black cards too. Be my blade plume. Pairing successful. The frame's special configuration has been fully reawakened. All signal tactics available to use. I didn't think she could do it. Transmit the new combat configuration to the Grey Raven Commandant on the priority channel. Understood. At this sync rate, the frame's combat abilities will not be a problem. The real problem is the decay rate of the remaining memory data. The system will shut down when all memory data is lost. It is unavoidable, irreversible. Even if one enemy is left standing when that happens, it will end in total failure. I won't fail. Such confidence. I may not know where I am or where you are, but I will not fail. Lucia. So I see. That's such a cool shot. Light as a feather, the heavens reach within. With renewed strength coursing through my frame, I punch through the gap held open by my companions. With the tower as my destination, I leap for the skies. Commandant is there. They're all there. There at the top of the tower is everything I've ever longed for. I'm on my way. Aww. Going through her interlude makes me appreciate Lucia so much more as a character. Still not enough to pull Lamia. God damn it. Okay, what's next? There's the Nanami ones. There's like 2 Nanami ones. Storm and Pulse. There's Karenina's. There's Bianca's over there. I think I don't know if I went through Kamui's. That's Chrome. We went through Vera. That's Camu. That's Changyu. I don't know if we have to go through... I don't know if I gotta go through Changyu's too. Because he was there during the Eternal Engine chapter, but... it was more focused, but Sophia had more of a spotlight than him. Alright. Let's go for Nanami now. Nanami's got a diary book today. This is Nanami. I'm 9 years old, and today I'll be recording my life with a digital diary. Nanami is definitely not recording this because it is required homework. By recording my daily life, Nanami will get a look back and remember all the good times. That's what the teacher's been telling Nanami. What should I record today? Let's begin with Nanami and her family. Nanami's family has a daddy, a mommy, a Nanami, and Mimi. Mimi is a shepherd dog and loves sleeping beneath the sofa and head rubs. Every time Mimi goes awoo when Nanami begins giving scratches. And Nanami's daddy and mommy are the bestest daddy and mommy in the world. They love Nanami the most. Nanami loves them the most too. Nanami, food's ready. It's your favorite dish, but remember to wash your hands. Woof. Ooh. Favorite dish. Nanami's coming. Okay, record for today's done. Record for today is done. Nanami will live happily ever after, just like mommy and daddy. Today, Nanami is freshly 18. Nanami is an adult now. Well then, what should I record? Right. When we're 18, we can match with others with the Gestalt system and find more friends. Nanami's mommy and daddy matched through the system and got together as well. It's an amazing piece of technology. If it's possible though, Nanami would kind of wish that the person she's matched with is black-haired. Would they be a boy? Black hair looks really nice. But even if they don't have black hair, it's okay. Maybe the system will find Nanami's perfect match, just like it did for mommy and daddy. Nanami will be happily Nanami will be happily ever after, just like mommy and daddy. Just a lot of E pronunciations. It's messing me up. Everybody has stopped going to class. Daddy and mommy also stayed home. It's been so long since the last record. Everybody has stopped going to class. Mommy and daddy are also staying at home. It's got something to do with a strange virus. It's a virus that infects people, and also electronics. The infected people all die very quickly, and the infected electronics all begin attacking humans. It's very strange. Oh right, the system matched Nanami with someone. That someone's a girl. Through projection chatting, we talked a lot about stuff. She likes a lot of things similar to Nanami. That's the good old Gestalt at work. Her name is Jane. She doesn't have black hair, but she has blue eyes, just like mommy. It's sad that the Gestalt system's matching function is going to be shut down, all because of the virus, but at least Jane and I exchanged contacts. Jane said she would come meet me after some time, and we can finally see each other. When the time comes, what should Nanami wear? It's a brain teaser. Oh god. I know it's just going to be depressing. I must fight. The name of the virus is Punishing. Who's punishing? Humans? Us? Is it all because of Nanami? The virus. It's spreading and turning the entire hall into hell, entire city into hell. Mommy and Daddy have become so strange. Mimi's running around biting things like mad, and Mommy and Daddy kept arguing. Nanami can only hug them as hard as she can and tell them to not be afraid. Nanami will protect everyone. So, Mommy, Daddy, can you not glare at Nanami with that expression? Nanami's head hurts so much lately. Mommy, Nanami's hurt. But I don't know since when. Mommy's disappeared. It's dangerous outside. Nanami will have to find Mommy. I must fight. Oh god. Oh god. The virus. Must fight, then find Mommy and Jane. Oh. Huh, interesting. I did it, but I'm drained. Cute. Ooh, why are there machines in Nanami's arm? Oh god. Oh god. Why are there machines in Nanami's arm? A machine? Why? Is that Jane? Ah, those blue eyes. Really like Mommy's. Why is she running? Everyone's running from Nanami. Why? Ah, Nanami's head. Everyone's leaving me. No, don't hate Nanami. Nanami is trying to protect everyone. No, these must all be illusions. I must find Mommy and protect everyone. Nanami, calm down. Calm down. We have lied to you. I found Mother. She's with Jane. They're okay. Thank God. Oh my God. Oh, I see our parents in the back there. The troops! The troops are here! In the back! The back! A group of corrupted. There's one in the middle. Oh God, what do we do? Everyone stand back. Take aim. Ready to fire. Not on me. Don't shoot. Not on me. She's a good child. She's a mechanoid. If a mechanoid is infected... No, she won't. She's fighting for us. Can't you see? Not on me. No, sir. Turn back. Daddy, Mommy, why am I a machine? Not on me. Sorry. We've lied to you. You were a subject in a machine consciousness experiment. We treated you like a human, nurturing you so you'd grow into humans like us. But then, why can Nanami grow? Won't grow tall if you don't sleep on time, remember? I see. Nanami, your father and mother love you from the bottom of our hearts. The time we spent together was real, Nanami. We are not a fake family. It's okay, I know. Erg. Fire! Shoot them! They're coming! They're coming! Evacuate the crowd. There's still one last flight in the nearby airport. Mommy, Daddy, Jane, you should leave. Prepare to fire! Stop! You all stop! We cannot take any potential risks. At least, just wait a little more, please. She can continue fighting, but we will not allow her to come near. And if she becomes a corrupted, we will fire at her indiscriminately. It's okay, Mommy. I'll continue fighting the corrupted and protect everyone. But if I become corrupted, I wouldn't want myself hurting you all. Goodbye, Jane. Goodbye, Mommy, Daddy. So long, and thanks for all the good times. Dang. That's kind of dark. The corrupted are attacking humans. Wait, why do the corrupted and humans all look the same to me? No, Nanami, put yourself together. Look closely. Look closely, Nanami. Oh God, they're fighting each other. They're all kind of just moving around fighting each other. Who's bad and who's good? Oh God, you can't tell. Oh yeah, no. This is okay. Human? No, it can't be. Oh God, she's been. She got too infected. She's been hurting humans without knowing. Oh God, she's running. Do we have to shoot her? She still looks. She's ran into the mass of corrupted. Darn, let's retreat then. Oh God. And then the next part of it. Friendship. Okay. Make sure you wait for Nanami. I'll be back. Rebooting. System rebooted. Mission information updated. Mission level high. Hazard. High. Clearance. High. Insufficient mission data. Please authenticate your identity. Verify. Fingerprint authenticated. Identity. Usubeni. Region number 049. Region type. Ruined city. Locational data retrieval failed. Unable to download region map. Mission details confirmation check. Mission already assigned. Cannot reassign mission. Please confirm again. Confirmation failed. Commandant, what's the matter? Looks like there's an error system error. Let me see. It's a high security clearance mission, so it's got restrictions. It should be okay now. It says the mission's ongoing. Has it been accepted or checked before? I don't think so. Commandant, I read the mission information. The mission brief mentions that most individual constructs sent to City 049 from Babylonia went missing within a day or two. They seem to have been attacked by an unknown source. Only a few survivors managed to recall in time. Their consciousness data are still under analysis and repair, so there isn't enough info. HQ wants the Grey Raven Squad to investigate City 049 under the command network of Commandant. From what I can see, the mission is indeed not yet accepted. Regarding this error about the mission status, can you try to repair it, Lee? Systems are normal. As for the mission authentication, only Commandant has access to it. There shouldn't be anyone else. I know it's wrong. Replaying video information of Central Control Room. Time before system reboot. Commandant! Nanami's got a new shiny frame. I want you to see it first. These super duper cooler IR 005 wheels are fitted in by Nanami herself. No one's here. New emergency mission. Mission level high. Hazard high. Clearance high. Insufficient mission data. High hazard. Are they giving some strange mission to Commandant again? Please authenticate your identity. Nanami needs to put her finger here. Authentication failed. Pulse. Armor. Transform. Okay, fine. Nanami can't transform. It's so boring here without Commandant. Then Nanami will just... Got it. Unknown authentication method. Authenticated. Identity unknown. Yep. Nanami understands it 110%. Commandant has to leave for missions again right after returning. If that's the case, then Nanami will just finish the mission before Commandant comes back. Aha! Nanami, preparing for launch. Ah, right. I almost forgot. I need to leave a note for the Commandant. Okay. Pulse construct Nanami. Blast off. Replay has ended. I don't think she understood a single % of what she read. Where's the last message? Where was the last message left? I checked the entire system. There's a comment by Nanami written in the underlying core architecture. Commandant, Nanami's on a mission. Wait for Nanami. Lee, do you know what that symbol at the end means? I can't find any relevant information in the database, and it might be an important message from Nanami. No dice. I'll need some time to decipher it. No need to investigate that. It's just a cute emoticon. Understood, Commandant. My database on the corpus of human culture is not as wide as Nanami's. What can this be? Commandant, most of the constructs losing contact moved on their own to investigate Warzone 049. That should be why HQ wants us to move in as a team, with Commandant as well to ensure our safety. But now Nanami's out there on her own. I believe in Nanami. I agree, though she's uncontrollable, she's still a powerful ally to have on our side. But from the video replay, that new frame of Nanami's, Pulse, seems to be installed with 2 new acceleration boosters. To catch up with her wouldn't be easy. Yeah, she's got them roller skates. Even scavengers cannot survive on this bare land. Warzone 049, landing successful. The viral density is so high here. Oh, the density differs from layer to layer. Lower layer is pretty low. I wonder what that layer is for. Giant tunnel found. Wow, it's so long. Ha ha ha. Nanami knows what this is. It must be the transportation of early humans. Hello there. Anybody home? The viral density is low underground, but the signals are all blocked off. Even corrupted detection's gone all wonky. Oh? Right. Commandant said that we need to make mission records. Let's see. No constructs, no parts that resemble construct remains. Record? Clean as a whistle. I like how carefree she is. Nanami skates around the tunnel. Okay, the tunnel's all checked out. It's time to go up. Don't go up. Where did you come from? The virus is strong up there during daytime. Wait. No, you're a construct? Ding, ding, ding. A live human found. Artwork's different on the human girl. Why are you running away? Go away. Hey, why do you want Nanami away? Right, Commandant said that making new friends is a good thing. Are you mad because we aren't friends yet? Then let's be friends. Amy, it's time to go back. Not much of a haul, but it's turning night soon and it's going to be dangerous. Huh? This is... construct? Just a passing through construct, Nanami. From Babylonia. Babylonia? Just you? She... the one and only child of the sun, Nanami. Ah. That's trouble. When night falls in City 049, that's when all the corrupted come out. Are you on a mission? Can you prolong it? Yep. Nanami is here to find out what happened to the lost constructs. I can, but Nanami would like to finish the mission soon and go see Commandant instead. Lost constructs? You've seen the place. We've almost scoured the entirety of it and there's not a thing that you can move but you. When did they go missing? There might be someone else that saw them. If there are strange happenings, people will report it to our leader, so maybe you can... Hey, leader! Leader, we found a friend from Babylonia. She's a construct. She's looking into something about missing constructs, leader. Can we help her out? The sensor's saying that viral density is rising nearby. We should... How's your haul today? Leader, this area. This place is already dead. Not a single ammo shell, not even waste metal. Even scavengers cannot survive on this barren land. City 049 is dangerous at night. The corrupted come in groups and the darkness covers their trails. Even if you're a construct, you won't stand a chance at night. I'm Garrison, the leader of the scavengers here. If we are new friends, then we'd help you investigate, but to find any information on this will take us time. Before we have any results, we will provide for anything you might need. The sun's setting. Time to go back to camp. Interesting. We are friends. Always are. Amy, I'm Nanami. Why isn't Amy talking to Nanami? Don't talk to me. But you can't install a beta lamp this way. Let Nanami help you. Thank you. Alright. Anything else you need help with? Nanami will help you solve it. Wait, I can't throw you all my... Why are you helping me? Because we're friends. Get over yourself. I'm not your friend. But that old pop said Nanami's everyone's new friend. I thought you all agreed, so you stayed silent. And Commandant said that friends should help each other out. I don't need friends, let alone a construct friend. I don't want to force myself to forget someone again. Wow. Amy, you can clear your memory data without doing a system reset? I don't mean it like that. It's... if you can't reset it, then you can't forget it, right? No, I can't. Shove off. I have to handle the equipment for tomorrow. What's this? Give it back. Nanami's scanning system activates automatically. The music box was broken long before Nanami touched it. The comb in the music box is stuck. That's why it's not making any sound. Can you fix it? You asked the right person. It's Nanami's time to shine. But who's Robert? How did you know this name? If you read the comb teeth from the directional order in machine language, it says Amy and Robert are friends forever. So this music box has been singing Amy and Robert are friends forever. Until I got stuck. To make a music box comb with such precision. Is Robert also a construct? And a little bit of this, and done. Clank, clonk. This. Oh, look at that. Well, since I don't know what Robert looks like, Nanami will just have to stand in for a while. Be friends forever with Robert. And Nanami too. Nanami will be friends forever with Amy. Friends. Scavenger had witnessed some construct in the hunting ground. Pant. Finally, there you are. Did you need Nanami for something? The leader says there are results from the investigation. Some scavengers found traces of constructs. Come with us. Ah, okay. I'll just go tell Amy about this first. Didn't you want to finish the mission quickly? Amy still needs to scavenge with us. You both have missions to complete. Just wait until it's over, then you can talk it out, right? You have a point. Nanami will wait until it's over then. Jazzrock Tunnel. Southern Foundation Pit. A scavenger saw a construct there a few days ago. The pit is connected to the surface, and so the viral density is higher than underground by a large margin. I could only have someone bring you near the entrance. It's here! Oh, wait, I need to wear a helmet first. Even though the detection signals aren't working, Nanami still smells something fishy here. And it's a bit of a party. You better hurry back and be careful. Have you found out? Just leave it to Nanami. Nanami, blasting off. Block off the entrance now? Do it. What? That's scummy. That's not surprising. Anyway, let's take a closer look. The sound effects are so loud. Cool. All this attacking and robbing. Are we really that different from the corrupted? Nanami? Nanami! She's not here. She's in the hunting grounds already. All this attacking and robbing. Are we really that different from the corrupted? We are humans. We are humans. Robert and Nanami, what's their difference? Just because they aren't human, just because of that, doesn't mean they can be sacrificed freely. The hunting grounds. Robert was the first. We were friends. Friends. All along. He did so much for us. Yeah, that's pretty scummy. What's happening? An earthquake? Fortress. A military grade corrupted. This big. Why is it here? From the hunting grounds. The pit. There's a hole there. Is this our punishment? Run! Ugh. Leader? Why? Are you saving me? I never thought that I would be a true savior, Amy. Go, one of the others. Try and save as many as you can see. Now run! Okay. And he did. Everyone run! Away from the tunnels! Oh, my leg. Are you okay? Can you still run? I can, thank you. Watch out. I'm sorry. Hey, yeah. Just in time. Nanami, how did you... I sense that Amy's in danger. Just hold on a little, though. Nanami's gonna deal with this big head first. Cool design. So high punishing levels. Did you come chasing after the traces of construct remains all the way from the surface? Hey, you there. It's not okay to destroy Nanami's favorite ruins and hurt Nanami's friends. Oh wow, it tracks. Hey, McLoves. How are you doing? Ah, so that's how it all works. Tell her that we are thankful and sorry. You're awake. Leader, is everyone okay? Nanami. Nanami's still in the tunnels. She was trying to save me and... It's okay. The fortress is no longer a fortress. It's already destroyed. Everyone's hurt, but luckily not severely. And the savior of all this, she's still here, I think. She's waiting for you to wake. Sorry for the bad word. Did you say something bad? Because it didn't show up in the chat if you did say something bad. We can't tell for sure if she has something to say to you. We scavengers have something to tell her, though. We'll need your help, Amy. Please tell Nanami. Tell her that we are thankful and sorry. Nanami, Nanami. You're finally awake. I'm sorry, Nanami, I'm sorry. Sorry. It's us. We're the ones attacking the constructs from Babylonia. We lied. We baited them to the hunting grounds, then recycled their scrap parts to exchange for food and resources. I know it's wrong. I know, but I couldn't stop it. But didn't Amy also secretly give the only energy valves left for the trapped constructs? No, it's not like I was just hesitant. I know I've been kept alive through resources gained from the scheme, but then I self-complacently helped the constructs. Nanami still doesn't quite understand. But the fact that the scavengers are the culprits, Nanami already knew from the start. From the start? Yep, it's as if you all wanted to be found out. There were a lot of clues. You knew it was a trap. Then why didn't you expose us? Why did you step right in instead? With how powerful you are, you could have taken out all of us. And when the fortress appeared, you could have left us alone. Why did you save us? If you just died, then nothing is truly solved. When humans die, nothing's left of them. At least Nanami knows this much. And more importantly, Amy and Nanami are friends. Right or wrong, that's too complicated for Nanami. But Nanami thinks that if Amy's alive and Nanami's friends are alive, then it would be pretty nice. Oh, Amy, are you crying? I'm so glad we can be friends. I'm so glad you came here. Thank you, Nanami. Aw. Anyway, what's that in your hand, Nanami? It's my super duper important diary. I write everything that's important in it. What's all this scribbling? It's all the same name? Usubeni. Who's that? It's the name of someone who means a lot to me. Now I want to write your name down too, Amy. I want to make 100 living friends. Living? Well, I wanted to just make 100 friends, but they kept dying. I didn't want that to happen, so I changed my mind. And if all my friends are alive, won't the world be a better place? Commandant, we've reported this relevant scavenger data to Babylonia. As for judgment and disposal, that will be left for the Science Council to adjudicate. The support request will also be decided by the council and organized for the families to be contacted. Understood. So I came here out of worry, but it seems that everything has been solved. Did you hear the Commandant's name just now? Commandant, why not just go talk to Nanami? Nothing wrong with staying behind the scenes every now and then. Right. Back up, everyone. Are we really going back now? Not to mention, she was willing to risk her life on such a dangerous mission just because she was worried about the Commandant seeing her new frame so soon. If she doesn't see us when she comes back, won't that invalidate everything she did? Understood, Commandant. Grey Raven, prepare to return to base. That's a nice little interlude. Next, Karenina. The sandpit is the children's favorite playground, but to some, it could be a place of malice. How many times do I have to tell you? This is our sandpit. Stop coming to our turf. We're not going to play with you. Go away. That hurt. Huh. Learned your lesson yet? Now scram. You're in for a beating if you don't scram now. But I want to play here too. Grandpa said. Grandpa? That old nutcase who got chased out of town? The crazy old nutter adopted a D-U-M-M-Y. Dummy. The crazy old nutter adopted a dummy. Grandpa is not a crazy old nutter. Grandpa is very good to me. He's really awesome too. You two don't know a thing. You don't know anything. You're lying. I won't allow you to speak ill of Grandpa. Or else I'll... Yo, what? The dummy doesn't even know how to fight. Get her, Tom, get her. Oh, jeez. They say you're crazy, but you're the only one who has cared for me. Grandpa, I'm back. The city's been secretly throwing out lots of weird trash in the past few days. I collected them all and traded them in for some rye bread. It's not a lot, but we won't have to start for the next few days. Karen, you're back. Grandpa is not hungry, so little Karen can have all the bread. Stomach growling. Oh, that must have been the snoring of those pesky rats at the house. Grandpa. Right, Karen. Come. Move to this grounds outside. Move this to the grounds outside. It's a bit heavy. What is this, Grandpa? Nana goat. Nanami is the Nana goat. I modified it myself. I'm going to give it to you as a secret birthday present on your birthday. One of the best girls. Come help Grandpa move it out and test it. Remorse is just another form of craziness. Truth lies in danger. Phew. Little Karen is so strong, Grandpa can't even move it a bit. Of course I'm strong. I used to be the strongest on the streets. Never mind, I stopped fighting ever since I met Grandpa. I didn't even fight back when I was hit. Karen, remember, no matter the situation and no matter how things turn out, remember, life is invaluable. It's just fighting, nothing serious. Commencing the Charpy impact test. The macro structure and fracture are up to standard. Artillery, outdated technology, not my area of study. Okay. Grandpa has been messing with these kinds of explosives recently, and I'm worried about your safety. You understand what I'm saying, Karen? Of course, you've taught me these millions of times. You forgot again. Because Karen likes explosions, so I wanted to give you something that won't stop going boom. Grandpa remembers when you were small, you'd laugh when seeing explosions. You were so cute. Stop bringing up embarrassing memories. Karen, run quickly. Look. You just have to press this button. Haha. Grandpa, don't make such dangerous things anymore. Cough. Haha, that was so fun. That's no laughing matter. Kids laughed as they took away her treasure. No one noticed the hatred in her eyes. Couldn't find much today. It's getting cold anyway. Guess I'll head back earlier. Grandpa must still be waiting for me. Is there nothing valuable here? I only found these rusted parts, but we should be able to exchange them for something. This weird thing is too heavy. I can't move it. It doesn't look like it's worth much anyway. Let's go before the dummy comes back. You two? Karen. Grandpa? Grandpa, what happened? There's so much blood. Grandpa hid the bread. Look, Karen's bread. Huh. Stop, you too. Life is invaluable. What did you do to Grandpa? Give those back. The crazy old nutter still hasn't kicked the bucket yet? I should have just clenched his fist. Fuck him up, Karanira. Beat him up. Hope today's harvest is good. Searches and digs around. Nothing at all. Those people again. Whoa. Alrighty. It says info device, beta version. I don't know what it's for. The thing inside looks real valuable though. There's an ID box. There's an ID in the box. Huh? Why has it got Grandpa's photo on it? Oh, interesting. Huh? Where's all the stuff I just found? Ugh, it's getting late. I should head back. The sudden blackout put everybody in panic. Tom, what was that? What are those? Help the corrupted. They're in the city. It's over. It's all over. Grandpa can't move. Karen should go. He says when he's just got a big smile on his face right there. Karen, promise me, don't lose yourself. Promise me. Promise. Grandpa. Tom, I'm scared. They're coming. Oh. If someone must be punished, I'll be the one and only. You too. Scram. You plan to distract all those monsters by yourself? Tom, let's just go. You two scram or else. Just scram. God. Grandpa, I promise you. But I also won't leave you here. I don't care what those damned corrupted think they are. Show them what the queen of the streets can do. Okay, Karenina, pop off. There's no use, the professor's already. The scientist who was once the pioneer of construct tech, my mentor, disappeared one day due to the overwhelming stress. Who would have thought in a place like this? Wait, there's still signs of life here. Someone's still alive? Looks like barely. Bring her back to the lab. We can use the professor's technology to save this child. Oh, it's timed. Ah, cool. I'm gonna smash you all to pieces. There's just like that big one just standing there, watching it all happen. More, come on. Ha ha ha. Okay, well. That's cool. Mega wrench. He really does have a big wrench in his hand. Cool. Ah, that was it. Cool. Watanabe was done. That one's done. Bianca's was done. But this one I didn't do. Veritas. This one oh. More on her backstories and then. Toby said Toby said as he put a supply box before Bianca, pure white lily lay on it. City 173, outside the Holy Church, November 3rd, 10:29 a.m. Hey Loft, you on patrol duty today? What are you looking at? What are you looking outside the church? Oh, hi Toby. Yeah, I got thrown all the patrol missions ever since you took time off to nurse your injuries. Wow, sorry for the extra work. Here, something for your hard work. Toby throws a pack of MRE rations at Loft. Oh, come off it, you. Are those provisions for the church? You got me. That old man Cave, or Kive, always asking you to help with deliveries. It's fine when you were healthy, but how can your wounds heal now? Nah, I just treat it as a rehabilitation. Enough about me. I remember today is not a holy day. Why is the church so noisy? It's been like that ever since the sister came to this church. None? Yeah, an army from Kuzith Snow Plain stopped by a while ago. They left the sister and continued down south with the other survivors. Oh, I remember them. The leader looked tough. I wonder if my arrows are faster than his blades. Having said that, Toby raises his left arm to chest level with a supply crate in hand, while making a drawing motion with his right hand, aiming for a point beyond the horizon and mimicking the sounds of shooting arrows himself. Can't you just take it easy for a day? How can I protect you if I don't... How can I protect you all if I don't drink constantly? Alright, let me continue. That sister, I think she's called Bianca. Bianca? I've been hearing that name quite a lot recently. Toby stops making shooting motions and recalls some recent conversations he had overheard. Did you hear? That newcomer had got into quite a lot of trouble and everyone was afraid of her, so she got abandoned here at our church. I heard she killed the father who raised her up. Oh my lord. I can't believe a church raised a sister like that. No, more like a witch. She didn't even deny it when asked. She's definitely guilty if you ask me. Someone's coming over. There have been disappearances more and more lately. Even that homeless old man's gone. Speaking of him, I remember seeing him with that new sister from the church before. Don't you think? You don't think? I think you're onto something here. Come to think of it, we started seeing more people going missing after that Bianca came here. It must have been her. We should chase her out of town and then we'll be safe. I know, right? It's so obvious. Those soldiers are still doing nothing. Why are we paying taxes to feed those slackers? Who in their right mind would want to become a soldier anyway, if not for the current situation? Except for Toby, that kid's an exception. Yeah, good kids like him are rare to come by nowadays. Shh, she's coming over, let's go. I heard she killed the father who raised her on the snow plains. Toby is pulled back to reality by Loft's voice. Following Loft's gaze, he sees a blonde girl sitting in a corner all by herself. Yeah, but I think she's just misunderstood. She may look cold, but I don't think she's a bad person. Well, you would think that. Toby waves at Bianca passionately, catching the attention of those in the church. Well, it's time for guard duty, so I'll see you later. Though I suggest you keep your distance from her. Before Toby could reply, the crowd that has caught sight of Toby swarmed over. Toby! Good afternoon, Father Leon. Here's the provisions for this week. Toby places the supply crate on the ground and taps on the monitor of the crate a few times. But the supply crate opens up on all four sides, revealing the supplies inside. Thank you, Toby. Looks like Kai's being lazy again. But I heard you were recovering from your injuries. Why are you out here working? They're pretty much healed already. Well, thanks for asking, Father. Long time no see, Toby. Heard you got hurt in the last battle. You got us worried sick. I'm fine. 'Tis but a scratch. Look, I'm healthy as a horse. Toby runs his fingers through his brilliant blonde hair while his right hand reaches for his bow on his back. He then poses in a way which he thought looks cool, causing the bystanders to laugh, consequently lifting the mood. We're all happy that you've recovered. Alright, we shan't hold you up. Come, there's a supply pack for everyone. Father claps his hands, and the people gathered around Toby swiftly form in line. Everyone prays in front of the supply crate before taking their own share. The whole process proceeds without a hitch. Toby notices that Bianca stood at the end of the line the whole time with no intention to come forward and claim her supplies, so he takes out a supply pack from the crate and heads over to Bianca. Hey there, are you feeling unwell? Here's your share of the provisions. Also, here's a flower for a lovely lady like you. Toby holds out the supply pack to Bianca, and on top of the pack lies a single white lily. No, thank you. Though I do appreciate the thought. What? Well, you'll starve. Before Toby could finish his sentence, a woman inserts herself between them, putting a stop to the conversation. Toby, don't mind her. She says she doesn't need it, so just leave her. You, where are your manners? Yeah, come over here, Toby. Don't mind her. What? It's fine. Sorry about her, Toby. She's always like this. You should just stay away from her. All right, I heard there have been disappearances nearby here lately too. It's getting more and more worrisome. You should be careful too. With everyone's attention on him, Toby cannot continue his conversation with Bianca. Instead, he addresses the crowd. Don't worry, I'll protect each and every one of you. It's my duty as a soldier, after all. Scurry footsteps from the corridor broke the tranquility at night. City 173. Holy Church. November 13th. 9:41 a.m. 10 days later. It has been 10 days since Toby's last delivery of supplies. An air of unease has spread throughout the church. We haven't seen Toby ever since his last delivery here. I saw Loft asking the father something with a grave expression a few days ago. Toby hasn't been back home, too, for the past 10 days. 10 years. Oh no, did Toby disappear too? The army hasn't been in battle with the corrupted recently, so... It's as they say, people who come in contact with the witch will. Ah, she's coming over. Let's go, or else we'll be the next ones missing. Dang, everyone's got like a sad backstory. City 173. Corridor inside the Holy Church. December 21st. 11:47 p.m. Jeez. A whole another month. The quiet of the night is shattered by a series of footsteps reverberating through the empty corridor. Moonlight pierces through the stained glass walls, or windows, painting the walls with a spectrum of dancing shadows. Under the dim light, a head of gold and a face of sorrow can be seen. Restlessness has been spreading throughout the city. People are scared. They are doubting. And those who have disappeared, are they still safe? Yeah, everyone's got a tragic sad backstory. Everyone's been through some shit. Father, I do not know how to proceed. What should I do? Where should I go? Father. Bianca mumbles by the window. Clang! A sudden sound echoes from the church hall, sounding even more out of place in these empty hallways at night. Then who could have been? Bianca asks without a second thought, but she only receives silence as a reply. She hesitated before carefully making her way toward the hall. In front of Bianca is the door leading to the hall, which had been opened slightly by someone. After a few moments of thinking, she quietly pushes open the door and enters. With the help of the dim moonlight, Bianca is able to make out a black-cladded figure in long robes, kneeling in front of the statue of God as if they are praying. Bianca sticks close to the wall, careful to conceal a presence as she inches closer to the black-clad man. Clang! A sharp sound of glass breaking rings out from under her feet as she walks past the stained glass windows. Bianca wearily lifts her feet from the broken glass and hides. But what puzzles Bianca was that the noise did not alert the black-clad man. She peers out from behind the bench to see the man is still praying in front of the statue as if nothing happened at all. After a moment of hesitation, Bianca calms herself and makes her way toward the man once more. As the distance shortened, Bianca can see that man's robes are tattered. He has a head of dazzling blonde hair, and in front of him is a very familiar long bow. Mr. Toby? I heard you went missing a while back. Everyone will be thrilled to see that you're fine. The black-clad man finally finished his prayers. His body swayed under the moonlight. He slowly opens his mouth to speak while kneeling. Judging from your voice, you're Miss Bianca, right? I'm sorry for entering without permission. You really are a nice person despite what the others say. Sorry for coming at this hour, but I have a small request. The black-clad man turns around to reveal that he's indeed Toby, but at the same time, Bianca could see blood-red electric currents course through his body. It was a familiar sight. one that Bianca has seen hundreds of times. The signs of punishing corruption. Her heart clenched at the sight of it. How could this be? You're infected? But if humans are infected, though... Toby tries to comfort Bianca with a strained smile. They'll die. But I feel that I'm not quite human now. Something probably happened when I disappeared, but I don't remember anymore. Oh, come on, smile. I don't know how to react when people put on that expression. I'm sorry. Don't apologize as well. I don't know how to deal with those, too. I'm sorry. You must be in pain. Hearing Bianca say that, Toby hesitates for a moment, but the hesitation is soon replaced with a relieved smile. Toby wanted to comfort Bianca, but he was only able to stand for a second before crashing to the ground, as he was already too weak to support his own weight. Dang. Gotta grab the bow. Toby, what's wrong? Oh, she had a change of outfits. I don't have much time left. Can you do me a favor? I heard the rumors, but I believe Bianca isn't that kind of person. Please pick up that bow. Toby, I can't remember what has happened. And when I woke up, I've already found myself in this church. It must have been God's will. At the last moment of my life. Meet. Toby. It's too late. Toby, no. How could this happen? Sorry. What are you talking about? Please accept my bold request. Kill me. Thank you, Bianca. Rip Toby. He was the only guy that was nice to chat with Bianca. Rip Toby, man. Dang. The battle quickly finished. Peace returns to the church. Toby is struggling to get on his feet. Blood keeps coming out of his wounds, but he is still smiling. What's with your body? Something different is happening to me. If only I could die easily like others. Please, when I am still myself. Sorry to trouble you, Miss Bianca. Don't apologize, it's my bad. I couldn't save you. No, you did. Maybe you have also saved others. Without you, I could have hurt someone. Sorry. I'm glad that I met you in the end. I feel relieved. After finishing the last line, Toby's legs can no longer hold him up. Toby falls into his own blood and calmly closes his eyes under the moon. A lily flower slips out of his arms and falls to the ground, soaked in the red liquid. Toby's last words still linger in her mind, but his cold body reminds her of reality. Why? Why do you all trust me so much? Father, and you? You talked about redemption and relief. You're all dead. How can this be redemption? Ah! Bianca's thoughts are interrupted by the sudden screaming. She looks over and sees an unexpected guest at the front door. Don't come over here. Oh, great. The terrified sister rushes out, leaving no chance for Bianca to get close. Soon, many voices can be heard from all directions. Of course, they're gonna see her, they're gonna see Toby's dead body, and they'll be like, "You killed him! We knew it! You witch!" Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Wen, chairman of Daedalus Security Company. In the church devoured by the shadows of the night, all that could be heard was weeping, screaming, and scolding. And in the midst of the chaos is the blood-stained Bianca standing in front of the statue of God. She's the witch! She's the one who killed Toby! It really is because of her. All those who have disappeared, they are all probably... No, Silence, you murderer! Toby! I watched Toby grow up. He was always so optimistic and kind. Now his future's ruined all because of you. Why did you do it? Why him? Is that how you treat someone who has helped you before? Are you going to treat us like that too? Like how you killed the father and Toby? Some weep around Toby's body, while others stay strong and comfort the others with tears in their own eyes. Stay away, you devil! The angry mob no longer gains satisfaction from purely throwing insults at Bianca and resorts to throwing anything they can get their hands on. Get out of here! Out of our city! Demons like you aren't welcome here! Slap. Someone from the angry mob comes forward and slaps Bianca with all his might. He was about to give her a second slap before someone stops him. Get out of the way! Let me avenge Toby! Leave! You have contaminated this holy ground with your bloody ways, sister. From this moment onward, you no longer represent this church. So misunderstood. Poor Bianca, man. Bianca is pushed out of the hall by the crowd, staggering for a few steps before regaining her footing. She ignores all the insults and things thrown at her, clasps her hand in front of her chest, and slowly bows toward the church. Soon after, she turns to leave, running forward and disappearing into the night. City 173 Main Street, 8:30 a.m. It's been way more peaceful ever since that witch left. Father Leon is too merciful in my opinion. We should have had her executed there on the spot. Who knows what disaster she's bringing to people elsewhere now. She's lucky she got away. If she ever comes back, I'll kill her myself. A Bianca in rags creeps out from those shadows after the three angry citizens left. She weakly staggers through the main street, but quickens her pace when she hears another conversation taking place nearby, dodging into an alley on the other side. Bianca only let out her breath after confirming the people talking had passed by. Relaxing, she sits down on the ground, leaning on the wall. Did I do the right thing? How pitiful. Who's there? Bianca cautiously looks for the owner of the voice in the depths of the alley. However, the speaker never meant to conceal himself and slowly walks out of the shadows. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Wen, the chairman of Daedalus. Wen is dressed in a sleek black suit. He halts in front of the frail Bianca and extends his right hand. Relax, I come in peace. I am just a normal businessman. Bianca doesn't lower her guard and refuses to shake Wen's hand. Wen doesn't take offense to her actions. Instead, he stands up smiling and turns to face the direction of the distant church. How foolish the mortals. They cannot understand the saint. They betray the saint, kill the saint. Yet the saint still loves the mortals no less. Bianca, sacrifice is necessary in order to save the masses. You... Oh, no need to be surprised. I know all that happens in this city, nay, in this whole area. Nothing can escape me as long as I desire to know. This is my card. My company provides one thing for the people and one thing only. Safety. Wen produces a silver card from his jacket's inner pocket and hands it over to Bianca. As soon as Bianca takes the card, information about Daedalus is projected into the air in front of her. As you can see, my company is mainly responsible for the extermination of people who have been infected with the virus in order to protect others. Not just in this city, but all the cities in Kuzath Snowplain to the south are under my protection. Snowplain. You made the correct decision when dealing with Father Snow. If the corrupted outside are the enemy, then those who possess a risk, like Toby and Snow, are hidden liabilities. What we do is the salvation of the world. We find the helpless infected who may turn into a threat at any moment, and we relieve them of the suffering, which in turn guarantees the safety of others. This is the right decision made to save more people, and it is also an act of justice in order to achieve social stability. Just like what you've been doing all this time. All the choices I've made, they are all correct? That's right. Wen extends his right hand once more toward Bianca. You have talent. Join us, and I'll make sure you'll receive the power you're worthy of. Let us save this world on the brink of death together with that power. That is also our responsibility, is it not? City 173, Daedalus, 5:47 p.m. One step forward. Clang. Turn. Very good. You're adapting well. Oh, she looks so good in the Veritas frame. Thank you. Sit. Wen pulls out a chair from behind his desk. I do. As Bianca was about to sit, she suddenly feels Wen's cane pressing against her back. Etiquette? Of course. Bianca immediately straightens her posture. Not bad. You learn fast. But, Mr. Wen, what use is etiquette when I'm doing my job? You may have power, but etiquette is a habit and restraint. It is also a warning to oneself, allowing us to remember our identity and the responsibility we carry. You will understand eventually. That will be all for today. Thank you, Mr. Wen. I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Bianca stands up, curtsies to Wen, then turns to leave the room. Wen stares at her back as she leaves, while stroking the cane in his hand. Keep it up. I'm sure you'll make your dreams come true before long. City 171, Prague Estate, 11:50 p.m. An extravagant crowd gathers in the estate's great hall, losing themselves in the fine wine and relaxing music. Bianca stands alone by the French windows with a wine glass in hand, looking out at the faraway scenery. What's a fine lady like you doing here all alone and not socializing with others? Good evening, Mr. Bale. Bianca curtsies to the man, who initiated the conversation. No need for such formalities. I'm the one who disturbed you, though I am surprised that you knew my name. No one in the city wouldn't know you, Mr. Bale, from the Electric Bureau. I am Bianca, and it is an honor to be talking to you. Happy New Year. Bianca, a beautiful name for a beautiful lady. Thank you. Haha, the night's still young and your glass is empty. That won't do. Waiter. Bale snaps his fingers and a mechanical butler walks over with 2 tall wine glasses filled with golden liquid. So, the 1790 jewels you requested? Bale nods in satisfaction and takes the glass from the butler. He glances over briefly at Bianca as he turns around, but he couldn't find the admiration he had expected to receive from Bianca. Tss. Miss Bianca, care for a drink? He was a bit annoyed inside, but still puts on a good show, and extends a glass toward Bianca with a smile. Bzzz. But he is interrupted before Bianca takes the glass from him by an incoming call, rendering him slightly embarrassed. Sorry, please excuse me. Please, don't mind me. An unknown caller? Clearly annoyed, Bale takes the call. Bianca smiles and curtsies once more before turning around, leaving Bale furiously yelling at the caller on the other end. You made me miss my shot, you idiot. I was about to ask her out. City 171, Prague Estate Roof, 11:57 p.m. Bianca left the great hall and arrives at the roof. She takes off the small communicator device in her ear as she walks. The screen on the device shows unknown caller ID. Oh, Successfully copied Bale's identity data, commencing hacking into City 171's power grid. Bianca takes out a small mechanical device and quickly taps away on the screen. Done. As soon as Bianca said that, the area around the Prague Bell Tower suddenly plunges into darkness. She walks to the edge of the roof and pulls a weapon box out of the shadows, taking out a bow and arrow after entering the password. She focuses her attention on the blacked out area. In her line of sight is a construct soldier who is currently loitering in the clock tower plaza. The other people in the plaza are still startled by the sudden power failure to notice the construct soldier's twisted expression and the faint red electric glow on him. The soldier slowly takes out the service pistol from his belt and points it at the innocent civilians that he was supposed to protect. Just as he was about to pull the trigger, an arrow flies through the air from far away. It pierces right through the soldier's back. The force of impact sends the heavy construct flying. Dong, 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 dong. The clock strikes 12. Statues of the 12 apostles appear beside the large clock as the statue of death slowly rings the bell. Bianca sheathes her bow, knowing that the corrupted construct can no longer hurt the innocent. Connecting. I can see you becoming more stable in the past few missions. It is all thanks to you, Mr. Wen. Keep up the good work. Yes, sir. The two of them continued to chat. It was long before Daedalus's transport craft arrives to pick Bianca up. Alright, go do your job. I will. After saying that, Bianca leaps from the roof and into the craft. City 178, Seaside Port, 4:35 p.m. Bang! Boom! Beep! How the burp are those bloody wankers so strong? Joey, help me reload! Joey! Stop yelling! Joey's already dead from the blast just now. He's swearing! 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 He swore 3 times! 5 times! He's crazy! Sir, this is family friendly. Good thing they censored it. Ma, I don't want to die yet. I don't want to die. Censored word. Where the hell is the boss's support? We're all dead meat if they still don't come. Look, it's the company's transport craft. I see it. Hey, you little bad word. Don't suddenly stand up like that. Bang. Blop. The bad word in hell. Only one aircraft, that means... The transport craft soars past the soldiers and speeds toward the corrupted stronghold. As it approaches the stronghold, the door opens, followed by a few laser beams directed at the enemy camp. Silence claimed the whole area after a few minutes. Bianca slowly strolls out of the enemy stronghold. Some cleanup staff in black pass through and between the 2 stunned soldiers, heading over to where Bianca is. Thank you for your hard work, miss. I leave the rest to you. Bianca only noticed the 2 soldiers then, so she bid the cleanup staff farewell and makes her way towards the soldiers. I'm sorry I was late. No, don't apologize. If it wasn't for you, we'd be corrupted food by now. We could have handled it just fine if it weren't for those, merchandise. The soldier may not have meant for others to hear what he was saying, but it caught Bianca's attention. Bianca couldn't comprehend what he was referring to, but regains her composure after a moment of hesitation. Clank, clank. The sound of a cane knocking on the ground came from behind the 3 of them. The 3 of them glance at each other. It is obvious that none of them noticed Wen approaching, nor do they know for how long he had been standing behind them. They hurriedly greet Wen before scattering off in different directions to continue with their work. Bianca is halfway to the transport craft before staggering and collapsing on the ground. As expected, this frame cannot continuously be used in full power. I guess I'll take a rest here first. After having made a decision, she finds herself a bombarded shelter nearby to carry out adjustments to her frame. Suddenly, hurried footsteps can be heard from afar. Bianca peeks out of the ruins to see some black figures heading for the sea carrying a cement column. Wen follows behind casually. He slightly raises his right hand, and a black figure immediately kneels on the ground to light Wen's cigarette. Wen stands there unmoving, looking at the black figures dragging the column. He squints in displeasure before breathing out a puff of smoke. Talkative people are always a pain. Yes, boss. We have taken care of it per your orders. Good. Remember, keep quiet about this to her. Understood, boss. After their conversation, Wen heads the other way, leaving a stunned Bianca sitting on the ground. Mr. Wen, what was that? That dog tag in between the cement columns. It's that soldiers. Oh? City 173 Daily Security Product Storage Perimeter, 3:10 a.m. Hey, want to go for a pint after work? I just got some good stuff. Talk later. We're still on the job right now. Don't worry, only a few know the storage. I got some on me right now. Want to try? Wow, wait, that's some good stuff right there. All right, but just for a bit. Sure, come on. The two black figures head for the alley opposite to the storage. After they left, a shadow swiftly passes through where the two figures were guarding before. I remember there should be a central control system here somewhere. Found it. The figure takes out a small mechanical device and pulls out a cable to connect to the storage's wall. They then tap quickly on the device. Not long after, the storage wall slides open, revealing a hidden door that is enough for one to pass. The shadow swiftly pulls out the cable and sneaks in through the door. Let me take a drink of water here. These are... All the lights in the storage are flipped on at once, illuminating the place and uncovering the shocked intruder's identity. Wen's voice resounds from deep within. This isn't a place you shouldn't be in. Interesting. What is it she discovered? The warehouse was lit up. What came into Bianca's sight instead of the company's goods were the constructs restrained by the restraint devices. City 173. Inside Daedalus Security Product Storage, 3:16 a.m. As the storage lit up, Bianca could see what the merchandise stored here was. Rows and rows of restrained constructs. This isn't a place you should be in. They are all the missing people? Oh shit. How can this be? Mr. Lowe, Miss Phillips, can you hear me? Give it up. This way or modification. Did you do it? Mr. Wen. I'm sure you've already reached a conclusion yourself after seeing all of this. This is why I despise talkative people. If it weren't for that useless human waste earlier, we wouldn't be in this predicament right now. The merchandise he mentioned. Not only the members of Daedalus, but the corrupted constructs I've taken care of before as well. That is correct. All of them are merchandise we modified. Wen's confirmation makes Bianca feel faint. She stumbles before being able to steady herself. What we sell is safety, and safety is achieved by weapons and strength. And what's the most powerful weapon in our era? I'm sure you know the answer yourself. Yet those hypocrites dream of allowing weapons to keep their sentience. Fools, the lot of them. Weapons are weapons. They are no longer human after modifications. They are products for us humans to use as we wish. Weapons. No flesh, no blood, and no feelings. Then you are my finest creation. Except for that little flaw of yours, which is your faith. It prevented me from wiping your consciousness clean. But one thing you have in common with the other products is that, like all weapons, you have a limited lifespan. Don't waste your energy struggling. Soon you'll be the same as those constructs you've cleaned up. Hush! So all that I've done, providing relief, protecting the masses, they're all... You could have lived your life in the dream I weaved for you until it was your time to be recycled at least. Bianca pulls out her bow in a fit of rage and aims for the southwestern side of the storage. Bzzz. Silence takes over after the static died. Nothing except for Bianca's ragged breathing could be heard. No need to get so emotional. I'll miss a weapon as excellent as you, but goodbye. Wen's voice suddenly sounds from all directions, completely wrapping around Bianca. Wen. So inelegant. Have you forgotten my teachings? I guess this would be your last lesson. Let me show you where the constructs you have saved come from. The second Wen finishes speaking, the restraints on all of the constructs in the storage broken. Scarlet electric current engulfs all of them. The next thing Bianca knew was the army of constructs charging at her. Dirty. This guy. Scummy. Oh, that was for nothing. Sorry for inflicting that kind of pain on you. Come with you soon as a human, not someone else's weapon. How disappointing. Farewell. Destroy Daedalus. So I have to hit those, huh? Oh shit. Oh, I had to do the same for the other one? I didn't realize. Oh my god, dude, okay. It's unlocked. Oh my god. It's kind of bothersome, jeez. It's all over. Time to take a break. City 173 Daedalus, 4:44 a.m. A Bianca covered in electricity finally arrives in front of Wen, leaving a trail of Daedalus member corpses behind her. It's over, Wen. Do you remember when you first came to this office? Wen ignores Bianca and strolls over to the window with his cane in hand. You've grown. What are you trying to say? Wen slowly turns around, staring straight into Bianca's eyes. The next second, Wen has an antique Derringer handgun pointed at Bianca. Bianca swiftly kicks up a chair on the ground toward Wen's head, and as Wen dodges the chair, Bianca already has an arrow through his chest. Dang. Ugh. Wen staggers backward. He was only able to keep standing thanks to the cane in his left hand. He then picks up the falling chair with his other hand and with shaky breathing. He sits on the chair he picked up, supporting himself with both hands on the cane in front of him. Bianca stands on the other side of the room, silently witnessing his actions. Wen lifts his head to face Bianca. My most beautiful weapon. Are you satisfied with this ending? Wen's head slowly droops down after finishing the last words. He seems to have passed. City 173, Daedalus Rooftop, 4:55 a.m. In the dead of the night, Bianca stands on the roof of Daedalus's building. The sky starts to rain as if sensing her sorrow. It's all over. I'm tired. Let's take a quick rest. Thump, 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 thump. What's that sound? Oh, it's raining. What is that blinding white light? But it doesn't matter. That doesn't have anything to do with me anymore. Hey, hang in there. Don't fall. Where are those from Star of Life? Over here quickly. Move the craft a bit closer. Hey. Something. Dang. Oh, look at that. I missed that one. I have enough to pull for a Lamia. Can we get her? Please. Let's see if we can get her. God damn it. Oh, dude, come on. I'm gonna have to hit pity for this, huh? Oh, but I got Chrome. Cool, for my lightning team. But I'm gonna have to hit pity, huh? It's rough, man. That's rough. Gonna have to hit pity. It's seven pulls until pity. I think. That's really unfortunate. Yeah, it's 7 pulls. So I'll just do 1 pull up until, I guess. Now I can save up black cards without having to spend 2,500. Let's see. It's been 3 hours. It's nothing but interludes. Let me just quickly look what interludes I could do. There's a Kamui one, a Sophia one, Chrome. There's Chung Yu. These ones I did when it was their, like, events or whatever that came out. So... Actually... Hang on, let me see. Here, I'm gonna change the title of the stream. Instead of doing extra stories, it'll just be interludes. Yeah, going through interludes. How about that? I think 3 hours is good enough. I typically like to go 3-4 hours, at least on Punishing Grey Raven. Also, it gives me some time to just relax my throat, because it's a lot of reading to go through. It's a lot. It's a lot. Hang on. So I think this is a good stopping point. I don't know when's the next time I'll play the game. I could play this tomorrow or this weekend, because I'm also playing, I'm also, streaming Divinity Original Sin 2 as well. So of course I want to continue with that. So I'm not sure if I'll do it like 2 Punishing Grey Raven and then 2 Divinity and then back to 2 Punishing Grey Raven, I'm not sure if I'm going to do that. Because if I'm going to do that, that means tomorrow will be Divinity. Oops, I accidentally hit my fan next to me. So I'm not sure. As for any other games I would like to stream, I'd be more than happy to stream Wuthering Waves, but at the moment, there's nothing really much for me to do. I went through the event already, I went through the depths of Elusive Realms already. I did see that Xiangli Yao is coming soon for free and stuff, but I don't think there's going to be anything else that will come along with him when he gets out for free, when he comes out for free. And even when like the co-op event comes out and the alloy smelt comes out, I'm probably not going to stream those. Because I think with Wuthering Waves, I'd like to stream like story-related stuff more often than just anything else. So with the rest of 1.2 in Wuwa, there's not going to be anything story-related until like 1.3 update patch comes out. Of course, there's also Yakuza I could go back to doing, but I kind of want to finish through Divinity or Punishing Grey Raven. But then again, those two games are going to take a while, because in Grey Raven here, it's a lot of story for me to catch up to. Because I got chapter 13 to do, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Oh gosh. 22, 23, 24, 25. And I did play through Cradle Parade. But I have chapters 13 to 25 to play through. It's a lot of chapters. And then, of course, there's also the side stuff. Floating records, arcade anima, event records, extra stories, interludes. When it comes to like resources, challenge, studies, and all that stuff, I'm probably not gonna stream those. I like to stream things more focused on like story and stuff, aside from like Final Fantasy 14. Because Final Fantasy 14, I do enjoy streaming, just doing a nice chill stream where I'm just playing through roulettes and stuff. So, for now, it's just PGR and Divinity that I'm going to be going through here. It'll, again, for both of them, it'll take a while to get through. I'm probably more likely to finish Divinity story than PGRs, but we'll see. I think I'll just keep it as a pattern where it's like 2 PGR, 2 Divinity, and and then 2 PGR again and whatnot, and so on and so forth. So I think for tomorrow it'll be Divinity. Alright. So, with that being said, that'll be it for me for tonight. Thank you for watching. Thank you for chilling with me. Thank you for chatting with me. I really do appreciate it. I hope you have a great rest of your day or night, wherever you are in the world. Take care, stay safe, drink plenty of water, and I hope you enjoyed the stream. So the next PGR stream will be Saturday. Will be this Saturday. Tomorrow and Friday will be Divinity. So if you're interested in watching me go play through that, feel free to come by and say hi and chill for a bit. And when I do play PGR on Saturday, honestly, hopefully by Saturday, I'll have Lamia because I really want her. I'm 7 pulls away till Pity, so I'm just going to do individual pulls up until Pity. And I did say it yesterday during the stream that if I manage to get Lamia, or when I manage to get her, I will also get that skin of hers. Her Abyssal Dye skin, which is, where is it? It's the event? Where's her skin? This one. I'll purchase this skin because it looks beautiful. It looks gorgeous. I love it. All right. Again, thank you for watching. And again, I hope you enjoyed the stream. Now you get to enjoy some Lamia music in the background while I end it. All right. Thank you for watching. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.